Hello. Don't worry, that happens all the time. Only been on 7 years. Hello! Hi, my name's Nick. As you can see, I wear glasses. Those of you near the front may also see I wear hearing aids as well. So I'm just slightly deaf and slightly blind, but sure playing mediocre pinball. Now, ask your dad about that one. I am a member of Deaf Club. For those of you who don't know, the first rule of Deaf Club is you don't sign about Deaf Club. The second rule of Deaf Club is Now, when I was at school, I used to get called names for being deaf. I did. I used to get called. That was really hurtful, so, Please laugh or it'll take me back. Something else about me, I come from a really interesting family. My great-grandmother survived the Titanic. Yeah, she wasn't on it, she just sort of like lived at the same time and made it. I find the opportunism disgusting as a 9/11 survivor, I really do. But, 15 years ago, Jesus. I've just got a vegetable patch, and it's worked. I've given up vegetables. Now, I've got a girlfriend. I don't know how that happened. I'm a dick, but she's a twat, so we're compatible. No, I'm a dick, and it's like I was single for a long time before I got with my girlfriend, and about 4 years, 5 years, right? I was awful talking to women, right? I always used to say the wrong thing, right? But now, even though I've got one, I still say the wrong fucking thing all the time. It's just unfortunately concentrated to one single woman, you know? And I think, she's taught me a lot. She's taught me that women, right, deserve compliments. I'm not saying that to be patronising. I'm saying that's because it costs nothing to give out. It's nice to receive, right? But as I say, I always say the wrong thing. The other week she goes out. She wants to get her hair done, right? She wants to get her eyebrows done. She wants to get something else done. I don't know what the fuck, right? But what I do know, when she walks in that door, I'm supposed to say something nice. You know, I'm supposed to say something like, "Oh, you look beautiful," or "Oh, you look gorgeous." I didn't say that. I turn around and go, "Oh, you look better." Now, we had an argument. I was trying to fight my corner. I was trying to say, well, it's just, if I say you look beautiful or you look better, really I'm just saying the same thing. The truth hurts is basically what I'm trying to say, right? But no, she got me back. She turns around and goes, "Oh, Nick, it's like all those times when I say, ooh, you're so gentle. What I really mean is small." Yeah. The truth hurts, doesn't it? Yeah. Or not in the situation. She always complains that I'm not a good listener, which is offensive, really. And thank you. I'm recording this, feel the pain. And no, thank you. I've been I'm deaf. I've been deaf since a baby. It's I always watch television and films with the subtitles on. Right? Like everyone knows what they are, yeah? Sometimes back in the day, you used to press 888 on the teletext, now you just turn them on, right? Great, they're just the words that the characters are saying printed on the screen for the deaf people, right? Everybody needs to go home tonight, start watching TV with the subtitles on, because they are fucking hilarious, right? Because they don't just do the words that the characters are saying, right? They also do sounds and songs, and that is fucking mental, right? Because like someone could get punched in Hollyoaks, right? And it'll say sound of a punch printed on the screen. It's really good. That's really good, right? It's really good. Let's say they also do songs, pieces of music, right? So you could get a really boring bit of the film where Morgan Freeman's researching the killer. Nothing's happening, right? So, they'll play some music, play Mozart's Air on a G string in the background, right? And they'll say, printed on the screen for the deaf people, Mozart's Air on a G string plays in the background. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that piece of information? What the fuck am something. Oh, Air on a G-string? How does that go, David Fincher? And that never goes. That's just like you're being mocked by the very thing that's supposed to help you. Look. It's just, look at this beautiful piece of music. You can't, nor will ever hear that we're enjoying quite nicely. It's really setting the scene well. What's that? He can't walk. Here's some crutches made out of licorice. Is that helpful? Oh, you're blind as well. Here's a firework display. Yeah. Happy birthday. Not that I watch a lot of films anymore. I don't. I think I've really gone off them, right? Honestly, I used to. I think it comes back when I was single for like 5 fucking years, right? I think the awful about real life, right? And especially, right, about the biggest thing in the world, love. Right? The media, I think, portrays love completely unrealistically. It doesn't wash our view about love, right? Adverts, unrealistic about love, right? Music, songs, unrealistic about love, right? But the worst offenders, right, are films, right? Mainstream, Hollywood, romantic love movies, right? Why? Well, they're always between these two people who shouldn't be together, but get together because love conquers all. It's like, ooh, how did you do that, Matthew McConaughey? You're an incredibly good-looking man, you know? How did he crack that code, you know? It's like all you have to do is like look at each other, say some impossibly witty comment, right? Then it's a catchy title, and then Sixpence None the Richer play in the background, don't they? Right? Like all these films have just been these two people from these two disparate backgrounds, you know, like he's from the north, she's from the south. He's rich, she's poor. She's Jewish, he's got a bacon-flavoured foreskin, right? How's Matty gonna solve that shit? You know, it's just like every film is just him in another job. You know, like, oh, we'll have one where like he's the watchmaker, you know, and she's the gal about town whose favourite pocket watch is broken. Well, he'll fix the watch in the nick of time. Kate Hudson, Matthew McConaughey in Time Enough for Love, Kiss Me Beneath the Moon. Or as I would hear it, a realistic film called Afraid of Being Alone, is there? Or, you know, In It for the Money. There's never, just once out when I see a realistic love movie from Hollywood, you know, like one businessman miles from home. Well, I'm really horny, one crackle with the interesting rash. Yeah, I bet you could say I'm itching for a hit, one excuse to his poor wife. I've got enough of toilet seat, Kate Hudson. Matthew McConaughey in Clappy Ever After. Hey, you know, there's money in it, you could go for the international market, you know, like she dreamed of a Latin lover. It's their eyes, they're so beautiful. He dreamed of a passport. America? I go to America? Kate Hudson. Matthew McConaughey in Living La Visa Loca. Accurate Spanish as well, couldn't it? Any Spanish speakers in? No? Good. Okay. Let's move on. Like a lot of comedians, I come from a rough area. Then again, that's likely to happen if your parents live on a golf course. I'm from Sunderland and yeah, I'm really confident about peace in the world. Fucking hell. That was vitriolic. Jesus. No, I am. No, we're shit. We are shit. We're fitting shit in Sunderland. I'll tell you that now. We are. We're awful. Terrible, you know. We're trying to get a bit more hip and cosmopolitan. We are. We've got 1 Starbucks. You know. 2 Cafe Neros and 3 gay people now. That's really exciting. I feel sorry for the one left over when the other 2 meet, you know. Probably in the Starbucks, but someone's got this thing, the illogical local newspaper headline, right? The newspaper headline that doesn't make any sense whatsoever when you like think about it, right? I saw one of these headlines the other day, walked past my local newsagents. The Sunderland Echo had one of these headlines, right? It just said, disgrace, 80-year-old granny mugged for 20 pence. As if it's the price that's the problem, right? Is it just like if there's a price where all of a sudden it's okay to go around with an old woman? I want to ring up the Sunderland Echo and be like, it's our Nora, 2 black eyes, 6 cracked ribs, the mug that took everything she had. Oh God, Nick, that's terrible. How much? 10 grand. Fair enough, you know, yeah. I would have cracked a few more ribs, to be honest, you know. I'm not sure about the Titanic, but I'm not saying that the hearing aids put off women, but boy, do they amplify the sounds of legs snapping shut. They really do. I haven't, you know, I'm with a lovely lady now, but before that it was a barren wasteland, and the hearing aids played a part in that. I'm not the best looking man in the world, I know. In fact, in my teenage years, my acne would spell out "don't bother" in Braille. That's the last time I ever go to the blind club. But me and my last long-term girlfriend, like, you know, one before, we had to break up. She had one of those wandering vaginas, and you know, anybody, man or woman, you get cheated on, you need a little bit of self-respect. Right? You go, I'm going to go out with a nice girl. That's what I said to myself. I'm going to go out with a nice girl. I'm going to go out with a girl who won't wander. So I started to date a girl who had no legs. And, she left me for a man who had, but I didn't. The downstairs flat. She'll come crawling back. Well done. Broad disability. I hope you're proud of yourselves. But I've got the opposite now. I've been with a woman, Jo, 4.5 years, and like, you know, it's 4.5 years. Like, we're at that point where we still like each other, but it's getting a bit fucking boring, you know? Like, we try and keep the romance alive, you know, we always make love really slowly, but only because the bed's from IKEA. And like, you know, I never thought I'd be one of those comedians that talk about how much women talk. Like, but he will fucking go, okay? It's like she gets up in the morning and she comes at you, right? And she comes at you. And over the years, I've had to develop a system, and every man in a long-term relationship has developed this system, right? We don't do it because we don't love you ladies, we do it to save the relationship. We're that fucking nice, right? But it's the zone in, zone out method. You zone in, hopefully, when you hear some important stuff, you know, like when a mum's coming to visit, or, you know, to turn the heating off, you know, and hopefully you zone out on all the superfluous stuff that you don't need to know, like what that bitch Sheila at work was wearing that day, you know, you don't need to know that shit. And then at the end you just say yes. Basically, I view, every time my girlfriend talks to me, like all the terms and conditions on every bit of software I've downloaded from the internet, you know. And it's just like, oh, that's a bit unnecessary, oh, whatever, let's go. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Oh, it's only even on the look. Agree. Yeah. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of IKEA. It's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Oh, agreed. I wish it was more like a YouTube advert. You know, that would be much better. Skip. Hey. No. Oh yeah, she's great. Yeah. She's great. It's just fucking great. She comes out with some zingers. About 9 months ago, there was a news story in Britain. 600 paedophiles got arrested across the country. 600 paedophiles across the country, not just in Middlesbrough, across the country. I was like, fucking hell, that's a lot of paedophiles, right? So we're lying in bed talking about our day. I was like, Joe, did you see that news story today? 600 paedophiles arrested. She turns around and goes, oh, what for? For running speakeasies in 1920 Chicago. Right? I finally got them. I take a piss. I love her really, and I'm lost without her. I'm lonely with her. I and I found this out 6 months ago. Like, I'm going to tell you this true story. About 6 months ago, she went away for the weekend. And at first, I was like, yes, get the fuck in. I'm on my own for the whole weekend. Then about 20 minutes in, I'm like, oh shit, fuck, I'm on my own for the whole weekend. I'm mentally ill, I don't know what to do with myself, right? So I was in my local Sainsbury's, right? Fuck off, we've got one in Sunderland, right? And I was picking up. I thought, right, I'll watch a DVD tonight. I'll watch a DVD, I'll never watch with Joe, I'll watch a man's DVD. A friend of mine recommended the film before. He said, oh, Nick, go and get this film. It's called 12 Angry Men. It's a brilliant film. It's made in 1957. It's a courtroom drama. It's a classic, right? You'll never watch it with Joe. So I picked it up on DVD. I took it to the counter. The woman scans it through, looks at the computer, looks at me, and she says, I'm really sorry, sir. Computer says, I need to ask you for ID. And I turns it over. It's a U. It's a U-rated film, universal rated film. I was like, this is ridiculous. Why can't you? She was like, no, I'm really sorry. I have to get ID from you, otherwise I might lose my job. My manager's over there. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't have any. I had to go home. Right? So I was on my own for the whole weekend. I was angry about the whole situation, and I think I did what any man my age would do when we get angry and frustrated and lonely. So when I got home, I went upstairs. I turned on the internet and wrote a complaint email to Sainsbury's, which is hard to do when you're having a wank. So anyway, this is the actual letter I sent to Sainsbury's about this situation. It was, dear sir, madam, I'm a 30-year-old who happened to be ID'd in your Sunderland branch on Friday buying a copy of the U-rated 12 Angry Men on DVD. A film I've never seen before. I'm confused. According to the British Board of Film Classification, it being a U means it contains nothing which can potentially harm young children. I think that the phrase young children probably includes 30-year-olds. Fucking hell, am I at the end? Am I at the end? Alright. Fucking hell, we don't know who works at Sainsbury's then. Anyway, so that's it. At 30-year-olds, the outcome is reassuring, Sainsbury's. Not that I would know, I'd love to find out. A U is suitable for all above the age of 4. I'm certainly above the age of 4, but I didn't have any ID to confirm this. I lost my swimming certificates a long time ago. Surely my height is confirmation enough. I haven't seen too many toddlers at 6'2" with size 10 shoes. Unless I'm 3.5 and suffer from that same spell that afflicted Tom Hanks in the PG-rated Big. That's a film I have seen, but only after permission from me man. I dread to think what would happen if I ventured higher in the rating system. Die Hard, 18, True Lies, 15. Or what about that one with the midget battling evil and chasing his precious? Top Gun. Yours. Cranston. Now, that's an obvious piss take, right? I didn't think I'd hear any more back, right? But no, 24 hours later, Sainsbury's stepped up and replied to my email, right? This is what they said. Dear Nick, thanks for your email. I'm so sorry you requested for ID when purchasing the U-rated 12 Angry Men. As a respectable retailer, Sainsbury's flags all of our DVDs with a Think 25 barcode. For a U-rated film, it's normally the case overriding the system, and this appears to be an oversight by our staff. Kind regards, Kevin Smith, Customer Service Manager. P.S. I must commend you for your choice in movies. And if you haven't had the chance to see 12 Angry Men, I understand you're in for a treat, especially the superb ending when the defendant is found not guilty. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. That's the end of the night! Dirty. Fuck is it? It's work. Do you know what I mean? I'm fucking done. You're fucking